15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club.
Most people are aware that Katt Williams has made it his mission to expose the hidden truths of Hollywood. This time, his attention has turned toward Kevin Hart. You might recall that a few years ago, Kevin publicly criticized Katt, claiming that his own downfall was due to Katt's struggles with addiction and refusal to take accountability. Well, it seems Katt has chosen to respond, and he didn't hold back. During a fiery interview with Shannon Sharpe, Katt accused Kevin of sacrificing his morals and authenticity in exchange for fame and success in Hollywood. He even went as far as to suggest that Kevin had to take part in a humiliating initiation, dressing and acting in a feminine or gay manner to prove his loyalty to the entertainment industry.
These big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
This isn't the first time Katt Williams has taken shots at Kevin Hart for being obsessed with fame and power. But this round was on a whole different level. Katt didn't censor himself. He went all in, revealing every alleged thing Kevin supposedly did to rise in Hollywood. Now, though, it looks like Kevin has reached his breaking point. He's reportedly had enough of Katt dragging his name through the dirt, and this time, he's fighting back. Word on the street is that Kevin plans to sue Katt for defamation, and judging by how things are shaping up, 2024 could turn into a drama-filled year for both of them. Katt didn't just throw subtle shade, he completely went off. His recent interview with Shannon Sharpe practically broke the internet. The sit-down lasted over 3 hours, and instead of delivering comedy like fans expected, Katt went full-on expose mode. He dropped names, spilled supposed receipts, and sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. The moment that really caught everyone's attention, though, was when he called out Kevin directly, accusing him of being ruthless and soulless in his pursuit of success. And what's crazy is, this isn't even the first time Katt's made those claims. Years back, he'd already hinted that Kevin made some kind of Hollywood deal, suggesting that Hart was willing to play a role and compromise his real self just to stay in the spotlight.
I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers gonna wear a dress. This happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. They come in. The writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, listen, you got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as a prostitute. And you put this dress on and, what? A prostitute? Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion. You don't feel comfortable with it. I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it. So, well, if all the greats have done it, it's kind of hacky, right? You're right. So why don't we just not do it? Because I don't feel comfortable wearing a dress. Oh, come on, Dave. Listen, we got it all set up. We're supposed to shoot. Every minute you waste costs this much money. You know, the pressure comes in. I'm not wearing no dress, man. I'm funnier than a dress. Just give me something funny to say. I don't even wear no dress to be funny. What am I, Milton Berle? You know, we're going like this. And then finally he's like, and he leaves. And then like the director comes, Dave, it really would be great if you wear the dress.
Here's how everything connects. When Katt Williams brought up Kevin Hart's alleged humiliation ritual, he wasn't just making random claims. Years back, Kevin actually portrayed a gay character during an SNL sketch, a moment that immediately reminded fans of the long-standing rumors surrounding Hollywood's hidden side. See, in the early 2000s, speculation was already spreading that certain black male comedians were being pushed to wear dresses or wigs as a strange rite of passage to advance their careers. The conversation really exploded in 2006 when Dave Chappelle appeared on The Oprah Winfrey Show and opened up about his own experience. Chappelle revealed that while filming a movie alongside Martin Lawrence, producers tried convincing him to put on a dress for a scene. When he refused, they suddenly pulled out an alternate script, almost like they were expecting him to resist. That revelation sent shockwaves through Hollywood. After Chappell's interview, many other celebrities were questioned about their views on the matter, and one of those asked to weigh in was Kevin Hart himself.
The minute it was clear, I was adamant. I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not wearing the dress. All right, fine. Think of something else. Guy comes back 10 minutes later, the whole new scene. Hot damn, how did you write the scene so fast?
At first, Kevin brushed off the criticism with humor, but he was firm about one thing. He claimed he'd never sacrifice his values or wear a dress just to satisfy Hollywood's expectations. However, not long after making that statement, Kevin appeared on Saturday Night Live dressed in full drag, complete with a wig and dress, for a comedy skit that caught everyone's attention. Fans were stunned. The same man who once promised not to cross that line was now doing exactly what he said he wouldn't. Some defended it as harmless comedy, suggesting Kevin simply found the idea funny, but many others weren't convinced. To them, it looked like he had caved into Hollywood's unwritten rules, doing whatever it took to maintain his fame, influence, and access to bigger opportunities. And whether coincidence or not, it seemed to pay off. Kevin wasn't exactly struggling before, but after that SNL performance, his career skyrocketed. He became one of the most recognizable comedians in the world, headlining blockbuster films, hosting major award shows, and solidifying his spot as a top name in entertainment. Still, not everyone was impressed. The backlash was intense, with some fans labeling him a sellout. Kevin took to Twitter to defend himself, insisting, "I wore a dress on SNL because I thought it was funny. That was my choice. Nobody forced me. I run my own show." When Katt Williams was later asked about the situation, he didn't mock Kevin. He simply shook his head and suggested that, in the end, it wasn't entirely Kevin's fault.
Great comedian said that, in the industry, they tried to make him wear a dress. Have you ever ran into that with scripts? And is that something that, you wouldn't do, for...
I definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross. For me, I know what they are. They've yet to been challenged, so I don't have to speak on them. I was asked to dribble a basketball on a talk show this morning.
You look
said
good.
No to that. Not that was a dress, but I was like, no, I'm gonna look stupid. But at the end of the day, you got to know that you're a brand. I'm a brand. You need to protect your brand at all times. When things happen that can possibly affect your brand, your brand can be diminished, and you don't want that to happen. So, protecting my brand is definitely a priority.
Katt Williams claimed that Kevin Hart's rise wasn't just about talent. He said Kevin was part of a long-standing Hollywood pattern where black male entertainers are often pressured to wear a dress before reaching the top tier of fame. But according to Katt, the story goes even deeper. For years, fans have circulated a theory suggesting that Kevin wasn't simply another comedian on the come-up. They believe he was intentionally positioned by the industry to take Katt's place. And after Kevin's SNL appearance, that theory gained even more attention. While Kevin's fame was exploding, the media seemed to turn on Katt almost overnight, portraying him as erratic, troubled, and battling addiction. Eventually, in 2016, Katt publicly addressed those allegations in a fiery rant, and rather than calming the rumors, his words only intensified the speculation.
At the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we had Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Madea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
After all the controversy, Katt Williams went silent for a bit. He pulled back from the spotlight, stayed off social media, and kept a low profile. But when he made his comeback in 2018, he didn't hold back. In a passionate interview, Katt once again set Hollywood ablaze, this time targeting Tiffany Haddish. He accused her of being another so-called industry plant, claiming she traded her authenticity for fame and acceptance. Although Katt didn't directly mention Kevin Hart's name during that conversation, it was clear Kevin felt the sting of those comments.
The reason I don't do Big Tigger is because I had a tumor in my upper jaw and they had to take it out and they had to block the whole right of my sinus with a piece of metal. So ever since I got out the Marine Corps, I can only breathe out of one nostril, boy. I get my blood tested every 3 months for the last 15 years. All narcotic tests have come up 0.00%. I'm 44 years old, little Tigger. You look up my rap sheet. I have never had a DUI or a possession of anything, not even the I do every day. See, when you real, you can tell the truth about anything or anybody.
He continued by saying that successful comedians such as Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Griffin, the kings of comedy, Jerry Seinfeld, and Steve Martin don't waste time criticizing younger comics. You don't hear them complaining about who's coming up next, Kevin said. That's because they're content with who they are. Stop blaming everyone else for your unhappiness. Don't dim someone else's light just because you're not happy with your own. Although Kevin didn't directly respond to Katt's most recent remarks, he appeared to send a subtle message during his live commentary at the New York Knicks vs. Philadelphia 76ers game. Cracking jokes about Katt buying the Knicks and dropping them off, Kevin had fans convinced he was throwing light-hearted shade. He might have been smiling, but viewers could tell he was signaling that he wasn't backing down. Rumors have since surfaced that Kevin is preparing to file a major defamation lawsuit against Katt Williams, claiming their long-running feud has gone too far. Meanwhile, Katt seems unfazed, taking shots of his own by saying he's fine making $1 million a month and keeping his soul, even if Hollywood paints him as the unstable one. The drama has fans completely divided. Social media is buzzing with opinions. One user wrote, "I always believed Kevin Hart was planted to replace Katt. The timing was too perfect. Katt's career hit a rough patch, and suddenly Kevin was everywhere." Another commenter added, "It's true. I remember him as a side comic in Scary Movie 3. Then overnight he became Hollywood's golden boy. He's never been that funny. So how did he blow up so fast?" The internet can't seem to agree. Some believe Katt is just bitter, while others think he's finally exposing the ugly truth about Hollywood's inner workings. But what do you think? Did Kevin Hart really sell his soul for success? Or is Katt Williams just stirring the pot for attention? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the next deep dive, because this story is far from over.